Hello, and welcome to Anonymous Tea Ministry. Spiritually speaking, light equates to love, truth, and knowledge. Those three things are what the world has always needed. So let us make the conscious decision today to become a Lightworker and to help spread love, truth, and knowledge. There seems to be something wrong, something that's not quite right with this world. The symptoms include war, poverty, broken families, addictions, corrupt leadership, deception, poor health, chaos, and general disorder. To break it down as simple as possible, the cause of these symptoms is darkness. Darkness equates to ignorance, selfishness, and animalistic ego behavior. Darkness is like a parasite. Light is the cure. Light represents oneness, unity, knowledge, and love. Living in the light means you don't lie to yourself and are always honest. Living in the light means loving and helping others. People in the light hold an enormous amount of empathy for others. They are patient, diligent, selfless, and egoless. There is a natural flow to the amount of light and darkness within each person. From the Kybalion, the principle of polarity. Everything is dual, everything has poles. Everyone has degrees of light and dark within them, degrees of animal and spirit. The process of transformation is sometimes referred to as spiritual evolution. Evolution is defined as the gradual development of something. It is growth, progress, advancement, etc. The natural flow within us is from ignorant animal to spiritually enlightened being. The progression happens naturally for the spirit self over many lifetimes, but it may be accelerated by intention. Intention towards this evolution is key. Make your intention known today that you will be full of light and that you will become a light worker. From the Gospel of Thomas 39, Jesus said, "The Pharisees and the scholars have taken the keys of knowledge and have hidden them. They have not entered, nor have they allowed those who want to enter to do so. As for you, be as sly as snakes and as simple as doves." Egoic people and large institutions like corporations or governments all over the world, they thrive by controlling other people's light. Power structures only let certain bits of information out. They leave people ignorant. The type of people who were the Pharisees are still alive and well today in politics, business, and on television. Be sly and simple. Ignore the darkness and spread light regardless of what is going on around you. Never underestimate the power of ignoring something. Throughout history, dark forces of ignorance and selfishness have burned books, killed and oppressed others for selfish gain, and they continue to do so. But here we are anyway. Lightworkers are still on this planet, still spreading knowledge, light, love, and we are still preaching peace and oneness. Darkness cannot win. Darkness cannot overcome the light of the information age. From the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, Selfless Service, starting at verse 38. Just as a fire is covered by smoke and a mirror is obscured by dust, just as the embryo rests deep within the womb, knowledge is hidden by selfish desire. Hidden, Arjuna, by this unquenchable fire for self-satisfaction, the inveterate enemy of the wise. Selfish desire is found in the senses, mind, and intellect, misleading them and burying the understanding in delusion. Fight with all of your strength, Arjuna, controlling your senses, conquer your enemy, the destroyer of knowledge and realization. The senses are higher than the body, the mind higher than the senses. Above the mind is the intellect, and above the intellect is the Atman. Thus, knowing that which is supreme, let the Atman rule the ego. Use your mighty arms to slay the fierce enemy that is selfish desire. Let the Atman, which may be called the spirit, control the ego, which may be called the animal. To be a Lightworker, your spirit must control your animal body. A Lightworker cannot be selfish. From the Upanishads, the Katha Upanishad, titled Death as Teacher, 3:1-2. In the secret cave of the heart, two are seated by life's fountain. The separate ego drinks of the sweet and bitter stuff, liking the sweet, disliking the bitter, while the Supreme Self drinks sweet and bitter, neither liking this nor disliking that. The ego gropes in darkness, while the self lives in light. So declare the illumined sages and the householders who worship the sacred fire in the name of the Lord. May we light the fire, Nachiketa, that burns out the ego and enables us to pass from fearful fragmentation to fearless fullness in the changeless whole. The rest of the chapter enumerates, and I encourage all to read it. Use your thoughts to power your transformation from animal to spirit. Think of success first thing when you wake up in the morning. Always be grateful. Make sure your last thoughts before sleep are of success, and always be grateful. A quote from the Buddha. Today, let us rise up and be thankful. For if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we didn't get sick, at least we didn't die. So, let us all be thankful. Have relentless gratitude. In every situation you face, focus on the positive. Always look for the silver lining. Sometimes things happen slowly and subtly, and that's fine. A truly confident person has patience. A truly faithful person has patience. From the Bible, the New Testament, Matthew 5:14. You are the light of the world. Darkness will actively try and dim you. Institutions, government, corporations, dark and selfish egoic people, they will actively try and dim you every day. They will try and steal your light. Excel at ignoring them. You are a light being, and anything is possible for you. From Mark 5:36. But Jesus, ignoring what was said, told the ruler of the synagogue, "Do not be afraid, only believe." Ignore the advertising and do not buy. Do not consume what you do not need. As a Lightworker, influence the world by scrutinizing where you spend your money. Boycott harmful institutions. Do not give them money and power. Ignore them and their products. Lightworkers are never tools and never blindly follow like sheep. If you are a tool used by dark forces, you will only harm yourself. You will only dim your light. For example, A person in middle management treats the workers below them poorly because the executive board tells them to. That person is simply a tool. They are not their own person making their own decisions. Their spirit self is ignored in this process while they appease their superior, which is not the path towards truth, awakening, or anything that may be positive. Another example is a soldier who kills or harms an innocent person because they are ordered to. Ask yourself, whose karmic debt is to be paid in that situation? The person is left with the debt, not the institution. The point is, don't take on tasks for dark forces. Think independently. Human beings are not tools to be used by a corrupt, blind, and dark system. Human beings are light beings. You are here on this earth to spread light. If you are watching this and you sought out this content, then that means you. Always strive for the light. Always spread love, truth, and knowledge wherever you go. That's it for Lightworker. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.